Welcome back to Transport Fever 2, I'm Tech Hench. We're back in the big build in Sandbox mode. So we're kicking off this episode by doing another airport. So this is actually a city, or is going to be a new city that I'm going to place down here. So it's actually going to be called Manchester. And what was actually there in the first place was a little mountain, or a hill, whatever you want to call it. So that had to go, as you can see there. So in fact, I've already placed the city down there. So yes, so the place is called Manchester, and there's going to be an airport just outside of Manchester. So the mountain has gone. What I didn't want to do is have the same as I had in one of the other airports. I think it was it Stevenage? I can't remember, but I think it was Stevenage. Basically what happened is the aeroplanes, when they took off, they went through the mountain. So I didn't want that to happen again. So the mountain or hill's gone, and it's now nice and flat. So what we're going to do is just make sure all this area around here is flat. Kind of feels like an airport would have a flat, large flat bit around it. So I found the quickest way to make it flat and do quite a bit of landscaping is to use this brush. It's a hard edge, but by doing it this way, it actually flattens it out really quickly. Then we're just going to make it nice and smooth around the edge, as you can see there. So what I'm going to do with this airport is have probably two routes going to it to begin with. One going to each of the other airports that we've got. And what I wanted to do, instead of just having a bus that comes straight to the airport, is kind of have a shuttle bus that goes around the airport. So this part here is actually the same as what I did on the other airports. I think that's quite good. So it's going to be kind of a little off-road to drop the passengers off, and then we'll have a road out the front. So the little road that's going to go round to the side of round the outside of the airport, it's going to go all the way around. I will then, you'll see me in a minute or in a bit, put a route all the way around it, or a line all the way around it. So we will have a road then coming from Manchester and connecting up to all the roads that we've already got. And the bus will drop off the passengers just outside the airport grounds, and then people will be able to get on either walk to the terminal or catch the shuttle bus that's going to be there. I know the large airports that I've been to do work this way, so kind of felt realistic to do it like this. So I did want a turning circle kind of at the beginning of the airport. So the buses, when they come from Manchester to drop people off, would go around this loop. And to begin with, it didn't really work very well. So I can't remember if you will see it in this episode or not, but if you don't see it, I do fix it later on. The buses do eventually go round that loop that I've just created there. So just added in the main road to go all the way to Manchester. So the Manchester that I placed down there is a city that obviously I'll place down. It is the largest city that you can place down. I'm not sure how many people actually live there at the minute, but what we will do eventually is connect Manchester up to the main lines, because I think they need food and bricks. So we obviously already create both of them things. so it should be pretty easy to connect them up. And I have renamed this little city here as well. So I can't actually remember what it was called before, but it's now called Nottingham. I know Manchester and Nottingham are technically that close together in real life, but that's what we've got. So nice little line in there. So I placed the bus stop there. I did place it a little bit close to that junction, so that's, I think, partly why it didn't go around the loop to begin with. It can just, the bus turned around in the middle of the road, which I didn't really want it to do. Probably could have put an island in or something like that, but so we're just going to give the grass a bit of a cut around here, just to make it look a little bit neater. What I probably will do is come back and put tarmac in between, or a bit more tarmac around where the runway is. And just try and blend that in a little bit. And here you'll see, so that this is the route that the bus line is going to take. So I did have to put a bus stop down here to make it go right round the airport. And then it did do something weird there. That's because I put the bus station, or the bus stop, on the wrong side of the road. So as soon as I flipped it over to the other side, you see, it works perfectly fine then. So we'll just put the bus stops actually in the city. They are going to loop, or the bus line is going to loop right around the city, as you can see there. And we'll just put a larger station in. So around Manchester, we're just going to use the regular electric buses, I think they are. And then the shuttle bus around the airport, we're going to use the bendy buses. I think they're the Mercedes bendy buses. And we're just going to connect this road up as well. So that train station there is where we bring in the crude oil and also the iron ore. So the second part of the episode I will be fixing some of that. There is a problem where trains get congested quite a lot in there, and I know that's pointless, but I do like putting roads to the depots. So I did think I'd already smoothed this out, but when I actually looked at it, it wasn't really that smooth, and I wanted it kind of to be as smooth as possible. That's why I'm just coming back and making sure it has smoothed it out as well as it possibly can. So that's the bendy bus. So it's just a regular size one. There is two there. So there's just a normal size one, and there's also an extra large one, I think it is. But it actually only holds, I think, like 5 extra people, which is a little bit pointless. I think they're both the same speed as well. So we just add in the airlines. And just for a change here, I think I actually used the Boeing planes. Yeah, so 2 on each line. As you can see there, just taking off. So it's a 737, I think. Not really, as you probably noticed, a train or a plane guy. So yeah, I don't really know a lot about any of this transport stuff. So well, obviously heard of the names, so like Boeing and things like that, Airbus. So just the same again, so this is up at Cows, so another 2 planes going on there. So it does take a little while to start getting passengers to Manchester, because I think there's not a great deal, well the only way they can get anywhere using my transport anyway is by plane, because we haven't got any buses that go to Needham Market or anything like that, and there's obviously no trains. So an area wouldn't be complete without a load of trees. I have no idea where these came from. I think they must have been on the hill when I flattened it, but they had to go. And there was loads of rocks everywhere, so they had to go as well. Again, I assume they were from the hill when they were on the hill, or when I flattened the hill, they kind of a leftover. What I think it looks quite good, using the hedge brush, or not brush, the hedge tool, fence tool, is just to put a nice hedge around like that, just to finish it off. And most airports I've ever seen have always got fences around them, so you just don't have people wandering onto the runways and things like that. And other airports that I've been to also have areas like this, where the buses for the transfers within the airport, they can kind of go where other people can't go. So you couldn't go if you were just driving a car or something like that. That's what I kind of wanted to do on that little bit that you just saw there. So we've got then again a few more fences just to finish it off around the edge. So that's this area almost done. I think it probably does need a little bit more work just to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe a few more trees and a few more decorative bits. But that's pretty much done. So what we're going to jump onto next is, so this is the station that we have all the crude oil and iron ore come to. Because I think when I very first put all this in, I wasn't expecting to have, although I put a large station in, but I wasn't expecting to have as many trains coming in here. And I didn't design the tracks coming into it very well. So to try and improve all that, as you can see, I've just deleted what was already there. Now, watching some other people's YouTube videos, when they do this stuff, they always seem to make it look really good. I'm not quite sure how, but mine always looks a bit rubbish. And I probably still don't do a brilliant job at this, but it does end up being a lot more efficient than it was. I think the key seems to be have longer, or extend the tracks that go into this or come out of the station and go into it. If you've got any tips, obviously leave them in the comments below. So what I'm hoping this will do is improve the flow of oil to, or crude oil to the oil factory. Or oil refinery even. Because quite a few of the cities actually need oil or fuel. So, and also the oil is used with the plastics, so we do use quite a lot of it at the minute. After I got these in, so as you can see there, the line isn't quite doing what I needed it to do. So what you'll see me do in a second is just add a waypoint in, just so it does go the way I actually want it to go. I did also miss some crossovers or crossbacks. So by doing it this way, it means trains coming in at least, they can actually queue on multiple lines coming in, on multiple tracks. So they don't have to stop as much. What I will do as well is that train depot there, I will make it look a bit nicer again. I do need to come back and sort a few of different things like that. I may just do an episode on just fixing them sort of things. So what I probably want to do is put like, because I think they've got some of the train models, so if I put some of them around, I think that'll look pretty good. So it looks like they're off the track and waiting to be used. So as you can see, I was still struggling a little bit to get the lines to work correctly. With the waypoint in place though, that did help a lot, so as you'll see, it does work quite nicely. And as we come to the end of this episode, I just want to thank everyone who's subscribed. As you may have noticed, I've just hit 100 subscribers. I never actually thought I'd get to 100, so thank you very much. If you've not already subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive a notification every time I upload a video. If you've enjoyed this video, please also give it a like. It really does help out the channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.